Yeah, we're back 3 times. 3 reasons why. You know what I'm saying? We're back with another NFL show for y'all. We got the playoffs. 2 big games going on today. Real big games. Probably the best going on in the playoffs today. But CDP 209 out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Born and raised Stockton, California. And I'm here with my folks.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the 209 Tiger. NFL divisional round playoffs. About to give you guys some hot picks. Let's go. And I'm here with.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy New Year still. It's Common Sense Marcus in the building. Giving it to you raw, uncut, always. Divisional round. Let's make some money if we can. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. NFL divisional round. I'll drop mine first because mine, you know what I mean? It's only a little bit of games. Let me see. First, let's go today's games. Rams at Packers. This game is hard because the Rams are so beat up, but I still roll Rams. The line dropped a little bit, like a half a point. I'll take Rams like 6.5. Green Bay, they're vulnerable. If you could run the ball, the Rams look like they did a good job running the ball last week with Whitworth back. Cam Akers looked good. Their short passing game. The one thing I don't like about this game is Jared Goff. And that's the one thing that scares me about any Rams game is Jared Goff. But I think their quick passing game should be enough. And with that dude McVay, should be enough for them to keep pace with Green Bay. But if they could just run the ball, then I'll feel a lot better. It's going to be hard for Rodgers because I think Ramsey's going to take away Devontae just straight up, just man, just take him away. They're going to be going at it. So Rodgers is going to have to rely on those Valdez, Scanlings, and all these other dudes that, you know what I'm saying, that they got that don't really be as productive. Aaron Jones, if they could establish him maybe. But I got the Rams plus 6.5, and then the under of that game of 44.5. I think it's going to be low scoring. I could see the Rams with the upset, but I think more likely it'd be Packers close by like about 3-6 or something in that range. I like Rams plus 6.5, under 44.5. Should be a cold, low scoring game. Donald should play. And as long as they can bring the pressure up the middle.
If Green Bay lose that game, man, I don't want to hear shit about Aaron Rodgers. The bullshit they always do when they put him up for the Super Bowl every year. Man, go on with that shit.
Well, the like I said, like I want to lean on the Rams, but it's just like Goff, and then he's an injured Goff too, so it's like. I kind of like the Rams as nothing to lose, like last week, like nothing to lose, back against the wall, and they just play physical. Because against Frisco, it always looks like against the Niners, it always looks like they're getting punked around. Like, you know.
If Ramsey put it on Dante, that's it for the Green Bay Packers. If Ramsey shuts down Dante.
They got Aaron Jones, though.
Them other receivers can't catch.
I like that guy. What's his name? Tonyan, their tight end, Tonyan. But he only, you know what I mean? He's not one of them tight ends that get like 8-10 catches though. He'll get you like a touchdown, maybe like 3 catches or something. But yeah, if the Rams were all healthy, then I could probably take them for an upset. I still think Packers close because I think they want Packers versus the eventual winner of Bucks and Saints, which I'll get to in a minute. But I think that would make for the best, like, biggest publicity wild NFC championship game. But, you know, if they start bringing that pressure up the middle, you know, Rodgers, you know what I'm saying, like coming out rusty, it could happen. For the AFC matchup, Ravens at Bills, man, I wrestled with this over and over. Because I think it's a disrespect to Buffalo for the line to be so low. But I can't deny the Ravens are getting hot. And I'm just like, they're getting a little too hot. I had Ravens and KC in the AFC Championship before the year, so I roll with the Ravens +3. The thing I just don't like about Buffalo is they can't run the ball, and you're not going to beat no great team running Josh Allen. He's not Cam Newton fast. He's not a Cam Newton type athlete. I don't know if he's Cam Newton durable for the beating like Cam used to take, but I mean Singletary, he ain't going nowhere running the football. He could catch. If Zach Moss can't play, they don't have no run game. And Baltimore's corners are good enough. Like Kansas, this is why to me, I don't think Buffalo can go because they rely too much on Josh Allen. Like he has to be a every down playmaker for them. Like if he can't take no plays off, I just don't like Buffalo's chances.
I used to think that you had to run the ball and play stout defense to win Super Bowls, but Kansas City doesn't run the ball. New England didn't run the ball. Philadelphia didn't run the ball, and those are the last 3 championship winners. They chuck that ball.
All 3 of Buffalo's wide receivers is good to me. They all can catch. If one go down, somebody else got it. Like that, it's been like that all year. So,
which from the X's and O's standpoints brings, I believe, the Ravens defense is better equipped to stop the Bills than the Bills defense is better equipped to stop the Ravens, because Buffalo excels versus the pass because they have about 3 good cornerbacks and 2 good safeties. But you're talking about a team that doesn't really want to run the ball, so you're going to have to play that pretty much that 3-yard, who's going to make a mistake first football. And that's where I'm like, okay, if Baltimore gets it going on the ground where the Bills are susceptible, like you could get them on the ground, because Lamar is not looking to pass, but maybe more than 15 to 20 times a game, like by game plan. It's going to be a lot of that Dobbins, Ingram, Gus Edwards, little passes to the tight end, Lamar himself. I got the Ravens in the upset, and partially because there's no fans. But if I did like Buffalo, -3 is a good ass line because that's a disrespect to the Bills to me. I think the Bills are the better team, but with Zach Moss hurt, I just don't know if they could run the ball.
It's all about possession of the ball too. You keep Lamar off the field, you good.
Yeah, but you need to run the ball to do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Part of that is if you're just dropping Josh Allen, like Pittsburgh, if that's your game plan, just to have Ben drop back. Well, he's gonna throw some to the other team. The Ravens are about as healthy as, like I said last week, they're about as healthy as they've been all season long, and they've been going in the right direction. So I do think they'll pull the upset. They'll make it to KC because I got KC over my Browns at -9.5. I just don't know who's gonna play tomorrow for Cleveland. I don't know how many starters. But I think a lot of people just get caught up on how hard it is as a champion to go back-to-back to repeat. So a lot of people are disrespecting Kansas City. I think they think of more of like, well, they're just barely winning, but you don't look at the degree of difficulty being a defending champion. There's only one bye this year, so their margin for error to have to win every game, you know what I mean, was small. That's why they lost only, one game?
Vegas ain't disrespecting them. They 9.5 favorites.
Well, like I said, who's going to play for the Browns, I think, is the biggest question. If the Browns' offensive line plays, it did dip to 9.5, so there is some line movement. So somebody knows something. But you're just not going to beat Kansas City with. How did they beat Pittsburgh with 3 people missing in the secondary, 2 linebackers, a pass rusher? 2-3 offensive linemen.
Cleveland, they can run. They can keep Mahomes off the field. They got 2 running backs.
Yeah, Hunt and who's the other one? Chubb.
They could run.
They can keep Mahomes off the field.
They can run, but I just don't know. Like I said, who is going to play on that offensive line? So if we're going like the Niners, if we're going like backups and third strings, like for 3 or 4 players on your line, then it's like, but Kansas City, if the Browns are going to win, it's going to take a lot of points. Kansas City, Andy Reid after a bye, his record is just impeccable. Mahomes of them, like they sit back and listen to everybody on the news talking about they're barely getting by, they're barely winning. I think KC's going to come out and put up 40 just to wake everybody up. Like I said, I like Cleveland, and I think if there's any team, and I know it's probably tipping my hand for, going forward, but if there's any team in the AFC that could probably beat Kansas City to me, it's Cleveland, just because of that, because I think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt as a run game is just so great. Unfortunately, that defense is about to get bombarded. That defense ain't going up against them Corvette Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. The dogs is coming out. Tyreek Hill, the record-setting Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, you know what I'm saying? Le'Veon Bell, Edwards-Helaire, Sammy Watkins.
This nigga saying, they got that. You got like grocery list.
I like Cleveland. It's a good story. I like Baker. Be happy with that. What I would like to see as a fan is Buffalo versus Cleveland, so we could get you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like Buffalo and like their fan base and stuff, and I really like Cleveland and their fan base. I wish that could be like an AFC Championship game or whatever, but nah. Kansas City, sorry Browns, they're probably gonna get rolled by 2 touchdowns. The last game of the week, and this is the real one, Bucks at New Orleans. You know what? I wanted to roll with the Bucks, but it's just like, man, they just got their ass kicked so much by New Orleans. It's just like ugly both times. It's hard to go against the Saints until you look at the Saints as underachievers in the playoffs. The Saints' record in the playoffs, the last 4 years, the last 4 times they've been in, they've lost earlier every time than their seed. They've lost to lower seeds. They've been in upsets. They've never lost as an underdog. They're losing as favorites. So what history will tell you is Bucks +3. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, that's what they want. That's what the people pay to see. That's what's gonna you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna sell, because Ravens and KC is nice when you're talking about football teams, but when you're just talking about, the QB matchup, but when you're talking about the hype, it's gonna be Rodgers, it's gonna be Brady. Oh man, that'll be their first time ever in the playoffs. Rodgers versus Brady, NFC Championship game. That's it. I'm going Bucks +3. The Saints, they didn't look good on offense to me. Their defense is legit. Like, that defense takes no prisoners, but I don't know. I think the Bucks might rise up and put some heat on Drew Brees. I don't know. I still don't think they can cover. I still don't think they could cover their wide receivers, but I think they're going to do a good enough job putting heat on Brees and having more success offensively that Bucks +3 will be the cover. And that's it. So the next round, I got Packers versus Bucks, Ravens at KC. Those are my championship games right there.
All right. That's what's up. I'll go next, I guess. Full disclosure, if y'all been rolling with us this whole season, I can't pick no fucking games. So don't listen to me, you know what I'm saying? That's my full disclosure tip of the week. I think I was like 20% all season. It's hard to make money like that. But I did see a lot of like underground noise that they're pushing Green Bay versus Kansas City for the Super Bowl. Like CDP was saying last year, was Green Bay versus Kansas City. I think this is the year that happens.
Our prediction.
Yeah, I remember the Niners was like, fuck your prediction. We still lost, but you know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Carson Wentz going down fucked up his whole prediction. You know what I'm saying? That messed it all up. But he probably would have been rolling. But he's back though. He's back.
Still got Kansas City, right? They fucking, like, I watched another clip of the conspiracy. There were some questionable ass calls in that game, that Super Bowl. But every time I watch it, my heart hurts a little bit. So the past is the past. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So first up, today's game, early game, I guess, the Rams versus Green Bay. Man, I lived out in Wisconsin. So just off of that, fuck everything Green Bay. But I can't pick the Rams though. I just really can't. I know I picked them. I think I picked Seattle last week. Bums. So I'm gonna go with that dude's prediction. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. Take the money line if you can. I mean, you got to put a lot of money down because I don't think they're gonna cover that 6.5. I think it's gonna be a close game. I do like the under, but just get Green Bay on the money line. Next up, WWE, WWF, fucking what's that? Nitro, SmackDown, whatever you want to call it. Buffalo Bills fans are just legit. Those fools just know how to have a good time without beating your ass up or fucking you up like Raider fans or something. I'm gonna continue to roll with the Buffalo Bills. I don't give a fuck if they got no running game. I don't give a fuck if they got no solid defense. I'm just gonna roll with them till they fall off. I know Baltimore's hot this year, but like you said, you can't even get -3 and you're at home. That's disrespectful. So I'm gonna take Josh Allen. I'll take your boy Diggs. I'm gonna take the rapping Beasley. You know that hardcore rapper Beasley. I'm gonna take I think they got Singletary out there in the back. I'm gonna take them WWE Buffalo Bills -2.5. So disrespectful.
And they got your boy Edmonds at linebacker out of the
Hokies.
Yeah. They got Edmonds in middle linebacker. He out there balling.
Well, and like I said, let's think back. I'll give a shout out to the coach of the Buffalo Bills. Let's think back. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? This man started Peterman or Peter something like that. Like, what the fuck is this dude doing? I guess he had a plan nobody seen coming. You know what I'm saying? So shout out for him, for the GM, for sticking with them. They ended the divisional round. I think they're gonna go to the AFC Championship round. Baltimore, you got that monkey off your back, actually winning the game last week. I think your road is done. So disrespectful. Can't even get -3 at home. Next up, I gotta eat some humble pie. This nigga Shake and Bake Baker. I've been hating on this dude all fucking year long. Even last week, you guys hating on this dude. This dude and the team in general, they got it done. But they're gonna run into a brick wall this week. I don't think it's gonna be 9.5. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like a lot of people predict. I think it's gonna be like maybe by 5, just to get that last field goal to get a little buffer. And then you're going to give Shake and Bake the ball, and he's just going to crumble in like the last minute or two. He ain't going to be able to get it done. And Kansas City going to come off the field. I got to roll with that because the boys' prediction said KC and Green Bay in Super Bowl. So, I'll roll with that till I don't see it. And then last up, another dude I've been hating on, Tampa Bay. Look, man, at the beginning, I told you I was 20% right all season long. This is where my 20% kicks in. Father Time is undefeated. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But it is very hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year.
You know, Drew Brees is like 40, you know what I'm saying, 40-41, right? So Father Time could be undefeated on both sides.
The only thing that got me scared is, like you said, the Saints, they're like Green Bay. They got this team. They're ready to go in the playoffs. Then before you know it, they'll be like, where Green Bay at? Where the Saints at? Like, them niggas fishing. Get the fuck out of here. That's the only thing that scares me. But I think this week, Tampa Bay is done. I just don't think their defense could keep up with Drew Brees and the Saints. And I think the Saints defense could shut down Tom Brady, make him look a little confused. We all know how to beat Tom Brady. Let him hear those footsteps. And Jordan and who's that dude that came back practicing this week on their defensive line?
Hendrickson,
yeah. I think that boy might get a sack. And if you get Lattimore to I don't know how they're going to shut down all the receivers, though. I really don't. If you put Lattimore on Evans, you put Jackrabbit on Antonio Brown, and you leave Gronk open.
I think this is why obviously because Chris Godwin and Mike Evans can never be fully healthy for more than however many games in a row. But this is the Antonio Brown game right here. I think they're going to be a lot of quick passes to AB. I think AB going to have a big game, but this is why they brought him in, because you need a dog to take with you to New Orleans. Like Mike Evans, he's a dog, but he plays with a lot of anger. Godwin, I don't know. I see Godwin drop a lot of balls. They talk about how good Godwin is with his hands, but Godwin drop a lot of balls to me and then always get up with some.
His fingers were broke at the beginning of the year, so his hands probably still fucked up.
I will say Tampa Bay's running game has gotten a lot better from the beginning of the year. They had a non-existent running game. You're gonna have to run the ball to you're gonna have to shorten the game. You can't go pass for pass for pass for pass. You're gonna lose against Drew Brees every time doing that. You got to get that man off the field. You got to run the ball. But fuck all that. By the time Tampa Bay, you're done. Take New Orleans -3. It will be what? So I got the Saints in Green Bay in the NFC Championship game, and I got the Buffalo Bills in Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. That's my picks. If you've been watching, don't fucking listen to me. Those are my picks. NFL division round. Watch the football. Have a good time.
Y'all don't think if Pittsburgh didn't commit 5
with the camera that blew out 5.
It froze up.
Yeah, he's talking bad about Pittsburgh. It froze up. Like, hold on, man, cut that dude's mic.
But I gotta call back, Carl.
Son, yeah, that boy done cut off. Well, Tiger taking care of his technical difficulties over there, probably looking at the camera like, what the fuck? Go ahead and kick yours off.
I'm gonna go ahead with my picks. I can't wait for this game. I'm gonna watch this game closely. It's the Rams at the Green Bay Packers. This is my NFC North. You know what I'm saying? Rival. This dude has been praised every offseason. He's the best. He's this. He's that. Man, he better come through against the Rams. I got the Packers, but I think with 99 back in the lineup on that defensive line, he's gonna be lit for this game. Packers, the Rams, they got like the #1 defense in the NFL or something like that. That might give them problems, and you shut down Adams, and they got your boy out there on him. What's the name? He gonna have
Donald.
Rodgers gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying, without a receiver. He going up against an all-pro corner that get physical, you know. So I got the Packers, but the Rams might do it. This game right here, like I said, I had the Bills all the way to the Super Bowl. I got them to the Super Bowl all year long.
Let's go WWE. Let's go. You got Green Bay in the first game. Green Bay in the first game.
They're going against the Ravens. Like I said, if you gotta have to score points, and you can't kick field goals against the Ravens. You gotta cross that goal line, because if it's anywhere close, 5 minutes to go at the end of the game, if it's anywhere close, and the Ravens got the ball, it's gonna be a wrap. They're gonna get it done. And but I got the Bills in this one. I think they're gonna pull it out. You know, folks didn't think they were gonna pull it out last week. They showed their ass.
I did.
You know, they've been showing their ass all year.
Hey, full disclosure, I think that's the only game I got right last week, but it was the push.
So I
didn't even win. I just pushed.
I went to Ravens, but I got them over the Ravens. Got the Bills over the Ravens. Then this game right here, Browns, Chiefs. Man, the Chiefs is a machine, man. They're the defending champions. That's all you can say. They're the defending champions. You can't do nothing about it. Like Carl was going, all that list of all that. They got like The whole starting lineup is Pro Bowlers.
Hey, but I'll give you a test. Can you name 3 people on their defense?
On their defense?
Well, I can. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
can't. I don't watch
mean,
Kansas City though.
the Honey Badger, Chris Jones,
Oh yeah, they got
Frank
that.
Clark, Kendall Fuller. Like they got players on defense. Like they've gotten a little better on defense. But as I'm telling you, I just think I think Cleveland's been a little overrated because Pittsburgh had all those turnovers.
Cleveland, like I said again, Chiefs got the machine, but you know, Cleveland got that chip on their shoulder. When a team got that chip on their shoulder, where you get tired of everybody saying you suck.
What's that smell? What's that smell?
Just like the rookie receiver for Pittsburgh, he got his ass whooped for talking shit, and he's still talking shit. He's like, "Well, y'all just gonna go out there next week and be on the couch with me." You know what I'm saying? He said something else like, "Y'all gonna get your ass handed to you" or some shit like that. He's still talking shit, so that's more motivation to get it done. So, to me, in my history, the playoffs, it goes off momentum. Momentum and a chip on your shoulder. Like in the Eli Manning Giants will tell you that. They got on Eli Manning's ass. He went out there and beat on the road, beat every team in the playoffs. High power team.
And the Eagles did that too, that underdog-like spirit.
So it's always a team out there every year that makes it to that Super Bowl on some underdog shit. Every year, whether it's AFC or NFC.
So I smelled in the air or what?
It's the team that's supposed to make it in the Super Bowl and an underdog team that makes it.
Boy, you laid it up thick, boy.
You know, it happens every year. And right now, look at all the teams. Right now, Cleveland's that underdog team. You know what I'm saying? And who else better to put on the dog mask? But the dog pound. You feel me? The dog pound, you know? But I got the Chiefs in that game.
Man, I was like, man, I'm about to wait for this guy CDP to stop talking about. I'd be like, man, you tripping over KC? Like,
I'm trying to get people to watch, man.
Yeah, I was like, is that an upset I smell?
You know, I like Cleveland so much, but I just made my pick. I just made it quick. Like, hey, I'm just taking Cleveland. I'm taking Kansas City, like poor Brown.
Trying to get people to watch. That's all.
But hey, anything's possible. Like, you know, like Chris, like CDP said, anything's possible.
Oh,
this one
man.
game.
That was a good lead up.
Yeah, this game, this is the battle of the veterans right here. Buccaneers and the Saints. The Buccaneers and the Saints, 2 veteran quarterbacks. Man, basically going through the same shit, you know. With the Saints, is all about how Kamara get off. If Kamara get off to having a good game, the Saints usually roll. But if the Bucs are able to stop Kamara, I got the Bucs in this one. But right now, just on paper, right now before the game, I got the Saints in this one. The Buccaneers, they didn't really look good to me last week. They looked average. Like I was looking at it, like how the fuck we lose to the Bucs? Like they looked at that weak.
Alex Smith probably could have won the game.
Yeah, that quarterback could have won the game if they didn't make just a couple of mistakes, you know. But yeah, I got the Saints. I think Kamara's gonna get off on that defense again, and it'll be a wrap. Once Kamara's getting off, everything opens up for the Saints. But I noticed nobody took notes from the playoffs last year, how we switched our defensive ends to the middle and blitzed them up the middle. Saints have no protection up the middle, and Drew Brees, he doesn't like to run outside the pocket. He steps up in the pocket. He don't like to run outside. I don't know.
Maybe Big Sue might test that.
Yeah, I don't know why teams. That's how we beat the Saints last year. But I got the Saints to this one. I think Kamara's going to get off. But if the Bucs do shut him down, it'll be another dink and dunk game for Brady, and they go on to win it. But I'm ready for this Packers game. Man, Rodgers better go out there and do something for all this talk. It's here now. It's game time. Let's see this happen.
Look, question for you. I'm ask you every week. If Tampa Bay or the Saints, whoever loses that game, does the quarterback retire?
Nah. If Brady loses, he's coming back next year.
What if Breeze loses?
He gonna be.
I think he retiring if he lose. Like Breeze, I think Breeze is more of a health issue. Like Tom's playing every game.
Breeze gonna he retire. If he lose, he going to Fox or wherever, NBC. He done. His ribs is fucked up. He probably can't even breathe right now.
The only reason why not Breeze, but Tom Brady isn't beat up is he didn't play the Niners this year. We hurt quarterbacks. It's the one thing we do is hurt quarterbacks.
Tom Brady mastered the art of not getting hit. He see another jersey get close to him, he's falling down like all the way.
Or throwing picks. I
do think if Tampa losing, I could maybe see Bruce Arians getting fired though, because I think his offense don't even go with what Tom Brady's doing. Because if you ask like who's more important, like Tom or Arians, like just fire Arians and just get like a better coach. I'd get that dude from Kansas City, Bieniemy.
Better coach than Bieniemy solid. Yeah, why he didn't get no love? Oh, because he's still playing. He's still playing. You can't holler at coaches while they're still playing. But man, Bruce Arians is a good ass coach. Fuck what you talking about?
He just don't fit Tom Brady. He need like a young, like a Josh Allen type of dude. Like that's who he needs to work with. Like a dude with a big arm and shit. Like Tom's arm's never been a big arm, even when he was young. Like it was just good enough. Like he just makes big plays when it's when it's big time. When it's time for it. But you got to give him back to those New England 7-yard outs. Like man, the passes that are like runs. Them little like 4 or 5 yarders. Like all right, that's like a run. That's like a run. Hit Gronk. Like him holding the ball, that's not even his thing. He prides himself on getting rid of the ball before the defense could get to him.
I think if the Bucks lose, I think Brady's gonna come back. I don't think Ryan or whatever the coach name is gonna get fired because we didn't have no training camp, we didn't have no OTAs and all that shit. That excuse is gonna give everybody another chance for another year. And then if they fuck up this year, then somebody's going to be out of there. Somebody's going to retire. But because no training camp, no OTAs, team meetings and shit like that after the draft, they're going to, that's going to be the crutch they're going to lean on to keep their jobs and come back for another year. But Breeze, if he lose, I think he's out of there. All these injuries and stuff. Wife probably like at the house, like, cut the cord, man. Go on and talk about football with Romo and all them. You know what I mean? Romo clocking dollars out there doing that shit. Plus, he probably got some land with oil on it from the owner of the Cowboys. I know something went on in that meeting because he had teams lined up ready to sign him for big money. And he spent the night at the Cowboys owner Jones' house. And next thing you know, he's going to retire and go work for NBC. They made some kind of deal. Gave him some of that oil money, and it was like, all right.
But I want to do a shout out to Robert Saleh. I know I fucked up your name. Thank you for being a good defensive coordinator. I wish you success in the Jets, except when you play against us. As a player, I think he's going to be a player's coach. But boy, you going from DC coordinator where you don't got to do barely just that to everything, you stepped into some shit right there. Boy, this car, boy, you be jumping in and out of the conversation. But, anyways.
You gotta start sometime, you know what I mean? You gotta step into that water. One thing I see, he's the players love him. That's That's a start.
You know who you remind me of? Pete Carroll, like a Pete Carroll type of dude, like, come on, yeah. So he might be out there winning games.
Get a bad flag, he gonna get out there and fight for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a big start right there.
But those are our picks in the divisional round. Obviously, Tiger having some technical difficulties I can't even say the fucking word. Technical difficulties. Make your money. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all stay safe. Hit the comment buttons, man. Tell us who you think going to the Super Bowl. Let us know, man. Let us know what you got in the draft. If your team, like my team, out already. What pick you got? Like always, smash that like button, share. Be safe. Stay prayed up. Common Sense Marcus out.
Any like I said, any comments? Want some merchandise? You know what I'm saying? Got any questions? I've been seeing questions going on. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be better about responding, but I appreciate the comments. And it's that you can hit us and leave comments and all that at our email, the number 3 reasons 2020@gmail.com. That's 3 reasons 2020@gmail.com. And hit that like and subscribe button. Show your friends, family, and our Cash App, $CDP209. Show some love, you know what I'm saying? We an up and coming show. Just trying to get better for y'all. But stay safe and watch over your family and all this stuff, that election stuff going on. So, you know, pray, be safe, you know what I mean, when you're outside, and watch these playoffs games, man. That's it. That's all.